I'm Daniza Lopez, bringing you today's burning issues and the hottest news here on Newsforce. Here are today's headlines. Philippines yet to see full effects of El Niño. PCG confirms aggressive actions of Chinese vessels towards Philippine ships. NWRB says Angat Dam water level near critical status. BI warns public on entry visa scam circulating online. BOC nabs 4.37 million pesos worth of illegal drugs shipped from Arizona, USA. Ben&Ben set to visit UK to perform live on 1MX London Music Festival. Fair and balanced news, comprehensive reports that will take you to the heart of the action. This is Newsforce. For today's top story, Commission on Human Rights or CHR Center Officer in Charge Victoria Diaz, Department of Social Welfare and Development or DSWD, told the Senate Committee on the immediate transfer of children from the Gentle Hands Inc. or GHI to DSW Center and Residential Care Facilities or CRCF. CHR or OIC Diaz stressed that children must be secured to ensure their safety and health, as it is important to consider children's rights at all times. Recently, DSWD reported that children residing in GHI were pulled out and transferred to 3 CRCFs of DSWD. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration or PAGASA stated that while the country has not yet experienced the full effects of El Niño, it has still encouraged the public to take protective measures. PAGASA Climate Monitoring Chief Annalisa Solis said the phenomenon will become moderate and strong in the last quarter of 2023 with a chance of over 56%, adding El Niño is anticipated to continue into the first quarter of 2024. With these industries, including water, health, energy, and agriculture, are cautioned regarding El Niño's negative effects. In other news, the vessels of Philippine Coast Guard or PCG encountered another apparent Chinese harassment with CCG vessels aggressively blocking Philippine ships in Ayungin Shoal. According to Commodore J. Tariela, PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, PCG utilized BRP Malabrigo and BRP Malapascua to assist with the naval operation of the Armed Forces of the Philippines on June 29. On the other hand, 2 CCG naval vessels with the bow numbers 5201 and 4203 came closer to the PCG vessels with barely a 100-yard gap as the PCG vessels arrived at Ayungin Shoal on June 30. Tariela added that 6 other Chinese maritime militia vessels gathered to block the PCG vessels from reaching the shoal as another CCG vessel with the bow number 3103 came from Bajo de Masinloc. On to other report, the Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA revealed the top causes of deaths in the country since COVID-19 pandemic until March 31 this year. According to PSA, the top 3 causes of deaths in the country are ischemic heart diseases, neoplasms or cancer, cerebrovascular diseases. With this, PSA clarified that deaths of Filipinos abroad are not included, while deaths due to COVID-19 may not differ from the released reports by Department of Health. To address child labor in the country, the Department of Labor and Employment partnered with the Department of Social Welfare and Development in introducing the Makabata Helpline. Here's a full report. The Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE together with the Department of Social Welfare and Development signed an agreement of partnership to launch the Mahalin at Kalingain Ating Mga Bata or also known as the Makabata Helpline. As child labor continues to be a concerning issue in the country, the helpline is set to build a fast, responsive system to protect the welfare of children facing challenges such as labor and abuse. This initiative is part of DOLE's intensified efforts to eliminate child labor cases in the country by closely monitoring and rescuing identified child laborers. Any concerns may reach to the Makabata hotline or through email. As part of its efforts to achieve child labor-free Philippines, DOLE also introduced child labor knowledge sharing system that contains all information on child labor. For Golden Nation Network, this is Daniza Lopez. Meantime, the Manila International Airport Authority or MIAA announced that 8 additional immigration counters have been established at Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 3 to reduce the lengthy queues of travelers following the terminal reassignment of airlines. It can be recalled that MIAA earlier announced the completion of the Immigration Annex building is anticipated for December, which will provide services for senior residents, those with impairments, diplomats, and Filipinos working abroad. For weather updates, southern Mindanao will have cloudy skies and rain due to the intertropical convergence zone, according to the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration or PAGASA. With these, cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms are expected over Zamboanga Peninsula, Basilan, Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, and the southern portion of Palawan, while partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms will be felt in Metro Manila and the rest of the country. Coming up next on Newsforce. MWSS lifts water interruption alert due to declining water level of Angat Dam. PCG personnel now eligible in housing assistance under 4PH program. NWRB says Angat Dam water level near critical status. Stay tuned for more stories and reports when Newsforce returns. Department of Energy Secretary Rafael Lotilla highlighted the crucial role of consumers in contributing to the decrease in power capacity. Here's a full report. Department of Energy Secretary Rafael Popo Lotilla shed light on the positive progress of the Malampaya project and emphasized the significance of natural gas as a reliable backup amid uncertainties in energy supply. DOE Secretary Lotilla also called for increased investments in the oil and gas sector to maximize the utilization of energy and reduce energy intensity. One of the key points emphasized by Lotilla was the power of choice that lies in the hands of consumers. By reducing the consumption of electricity and energy, consumers can actively contribute to the overall reduction of additional power capacity and help alleviate the strain on the power sector. Lotilla dismissed the common misconception that brownouts are solely caused by generator issues, highlighting that problems in distribution utilities can also be a significant factor. Lotilla further stressed the urgent need for cheaper and cleaner energy sources in the Philippines, as he highlighted that electricity prices in the country are considerably higher compared to other nations in Asia. While other countries benefit from sufficient oil and resource supplies, the Philippines faces challenges due to insufficient fossil fuel resources to subsidize the power sector. For Golden Nation Network, this is Daniza Lopez. Meanwhile, the National Water Resources Board or NWRB recently reported that the water level in the Philippines' largest dams, particularly the Angat Dam, continues to decrease. Angat Dam's water level is now at 181.22 meters as of July 5, which is slightly higher than the minimum operating level of 180 meters. NWRB Executive Director Dr. Sevilla David Jr. stated that the distribution of water to consumers has not yet been changed. Despite this, once the water level continues to decline to 180 meters, the amount of water available may be limited. He added that in partnership with the Metropolitan Water Works and Sewerage System, they are now searching for other water resources such as the usage of deep wells and to increase operations at treatment facilities. With this, the Metropolitan Water Works and Sewerage System or NWSS warned that there may be a water interruptions in Metro Manila that will affect more than 632,000 households due to the Angat Dam's dropping water level. According to MWSS Division Manager Patrick Dizon, the water level of the Angat Dam is getting close to the critical level, dropping to 181.83 meters as of July 4 and getting close to the 180-meter minimum operating level. Separately, due to a post-circulating online offering entry visas worth of 20,000 pesos, the Bureau of Immigration warned the public to stay vigilant against these fraudulent schemes. Jade Buhoy fills us in with the details.
Bureau of Immigration or BI Commissioner Norman Tancinco issued a warning against a scam spreading online that offers visa entry costing 20,000 pesos. According to BI Commissioner Norman Tancinco, foreign nationals reported that they are being offered to avail visa entry from individuals pretending to represent the Philippine consulate in Australia. The transaction between fraudulent scammers and victims were done through instructing applicant to pay via money transfer. With this, Tancinco vowed to coordinate with the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center to eliminate this kind of scams considered as cybercrime. Further, the BI Commissioner encouraged everyone to immediately report incidents such as modus online to their agency. For Golden Nation Network, this is Jade Buhoy.
The Philippine Coast Guard or PCG will be included as beneficiaries of the Pambansang Pabahay para sa mga Pilipino or 4PH in accordance to their agreement with the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development or DHSUD earlier today. The signing of memorandum was led by DHSUD Secretary Jose Rizalino Acuzar and PCG OIC Vice Admiral Rolando Punzalan Jr. According to Secretary Acuzar, the PCG personnel will also be included in the 4PH priorities as of President Marcos Jr.'s directive. Meantime, the Department of Transportation introduced the one-stop shop hotline to the public for transportation issues and complaints. The hotline is also available online through Viber or WhatsApp from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Mondays to Fridays, except holidays. Commuters will only have to dial 0920-964-3687. The Recyclables Mo Palit Grocery Co. project conducted by the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority or MMDA resulted in the collection of approximately 90,000 kilograms of recyclable materials from January to June 27 this year. Participants who contributed clean recyclable materials received grocery items as part of their efforts in promoting sustainable practices and waste reduction. This initiative of MMDA aims to mitigate flooding in the Metro Manila region and propagate environmental responsibility. Up next on Newsforce. Parañaque City enacts new ordinance on POS systems to protect consumers against credit card fraud. BOC nabs 4.347 million pesos worth of illegal drugs shipped from Arizona, USA. Philippine bowling team participate in the opening of Asian Youth 10-Pin Bowling Championships. Stay tuned for more stories and reports when Newsforce returns. The Bureau of Customs seized 630 grams of illegal drugs concealed inside 2 oven toaster with an estimated amount of 4.347 million pesos. Jade Buhoy for the full report.
The Bureau of Customs or BOC Port of Clark nabbed a shipment of illegal drugs worth of 4.347 million pesos from Arizona, United States. According to BOC, the shipment was detected through physical examination containing 4 pouches of white crystalline substances that weighed 630 grams hidden inside 2 oven toasters. Based on the spectrometer, the illegal drugs was identified as methamphetamine hydrochloride or shabu. Following this incident, a warrant of seizure was issued against the shipment for violating Customs Modernization and Tariff Act. District Collector Ricardo Morales III vowed to heighten the profiling policies and apprehending similar concealments. For Golden Nation Network, this is Jade Buhoy.
In other updates, the City Council of Parañaque recently passed an ordinance to prevent credit card fraud. The ordinance is to oblige the retail and service providers to see portable point-of-sale system to customer payment to avoid leaking of private information that can be sold to scammers. Moreover, getting IDs and credit card from the customer is prohibited under this ordinance. The entrepreneurs and businesses who will violate the order will be fined amounting to 3,000 to 5,000 pesos. On sports, the 21st Asian Youth 10-Pin Bowling Championships marks the opening ceremony yesterday at Bangkok, Thailand. The Filipino bowlers composed of the Singapore International Open champion, Zach Ramin, Mark Custodio, Stephen Diwa, Art Barrientos, Day Lazo, Noel Nuevo, and Dale Escolano were present in the opening ceremony. The top 3 finalists from each boys and girls with the highest pinfalls will step up to the finals. Thai 10-Pin have an age criterion as bowlers born on or after January 1, 2003 are qualified. Heads up Liwanags as Filipino folk pop group Ben&Ben is very thrilled to play as the opening act at the 1MX London Music Festival as it will be their first ever live appearance in the UK. The band's other lead singer and guitarist Miguel Benjamin Gico stated that he is looking forward to entertaining the crowd with their most recent song, Could Be Something. The twins Paulo and Miguel mentioned that they foresee the music festival as yet another opportunity to develop as performers and promote Filipino music. And here's a recap of today's headlines. Here are today's headlines. Philippines yet to see full effects of El Niño. PCG confirms aggressive actions of Chinese vessels towards Philippine ships. NWRB says Angat Dam water level near critical status. BI warns public on entry visa scam circulating online. BOC nabs 4.37 million pesos worth of illegal drugs shipped from Arizona, USA. Ben&Ben set to visit UK to perform live on 1MX London Music Festival. Fair and balanced news, comprehensive reports that will take you to the heart of the action. This is Newsforce. And those were the top stories of the day. Stay updated on the day's biggest stories and get updates on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Golden Nation Network. I'm Doniza Lopez, and this is Newsforce.